So what if you could build $1 million AI business, starting like right now, with literally 0 employees? Well, we're about to break down investor Dan Martell's playbook to show you exactly how to do it. Let's jump right in.
It really all comes down to this one question, but the answer could totally change your entire year. I mean, what if you could launch a super profitable AI business right now, completely from scratch?
And here's the part that makes this so mind-blowing. We are talking about businesses you can run all by yourself. Seriously, no payroll, no office, just pure profit potential. And look, this isn't some get-rich-quick fantasy. This is the new reality that AI has made possible.
Okay, so before we dive into the 5 big ideas, you need the playbook, right? Martell calls this the AI Startup Ladder, and it's a super simple, repeatable 4-step process to take any one of these ideas from just a thought to a real live business.
Okay, so step 1 is validate. You have to prove that people actually want what you're selling. Step 2, and this is key, is pre-sell. Get that cash in hand before you build a single thing. Then, step 3 is deliver. Get your very first customer a huge win, like within 48 hours. That builds trust and gets the ball rolling. And only then you move to step 4, which is build. Use the money and the validation you already have to automate the whole thing. It is an absolutely genius, risk-free model.
All right, now that we have the framework, let's get to the main event. We're counting down the top 5 AI business opportunities, starting at number 5 and working our way up to what could be the single biggest opportunity of the next decade. So, kicking off our countdown at number 5 is, imagine this, a service that handles all the inbound calls for businesses, like med spas, lawn care companies, marketing agencies, and it uses AI to book solid sales appointments. You're not just saving them a little time, you're directly making them money.
And this is a perfect example of the potential here. The startup cost is incredibly low. If you've got some basic sales and setup skills, you could be pulling in up to $1,000 a day. There are companies out there like your Atlas.com that are already crushing it with this, using AI that can handle objections and book meetings just like a real person. It's a service that pretty much sells itself.
All right, coming in at number 4 is a business that, let me tell you, every single content creator on the planet desperately needs. Every business out there is trying to win the content game, right? Well, this service is like giving them an unfair advantage. You use AI to take one long video or podcast and chop it up into dozens of viral-ready clips for TikTok, for Reels. You're massively blowing up their reach.
Now, what's so wild about this is the income potential you see here, especially compared to the super low cost. The source material actually mentioned a freelancer who's making $30,000 a month from just 7 clients doing this exact thing. Businesses are just desperate for more reach, and you can be the one to give it to them by unlocking the value in the content they've already made.
Okay, cracking the top 3 now, and this one is an absolute game changer.
First off, forget those clunky, annoying website chatbots you're used to. This is something else entirely. We're talking about a sophisticated AI that lives inside a company's DMs, their text messages, their emails, and it turns casual questions into qualified sales leads 24/7. Most business owners are way too busy to answer every message. You solve that problem and literally make them money while they sleep. You'll notice the income potential really jumps up here, and that's because this is such a unique and powerful service. You're basically creating a brand new revenue stream for them. The source pointed to a company called GetRevio, which just skyrocketed from $0 to $60,000 a month by tapping into this chat economy. That is $2,000 a day.
All right, our runner-up. This one starts to move into a more consultative role, and let me tell you, the payoff is massive. So get this, most companies are sitting on a complete gold mine of messy, disorganized data. It's in spreadsheets, in their CRM, in emails all over the place. This service is all about going in, cleaning, and organizing all that internal info, so they can layer an AI on top of it. This allows the business owner to just ask questions and get instant, high-quality insights about their own business.
So the really crucial thing to understand here is that you're no longer just selling a service. You're in the high-value world of business consulting. I mean, the decisions you help them make could save a company millions of dollars. Martell's friend built a company, Precision.co, that scaled to $700,000 in just 7 months doing this exact thing. Companies will pay top dollar for this kind of expertise.
And now, the moment we've been waiting for. The number 1 AI business opportunity for the next decade. This is the one that Dan Martell himself said he would start if he was starting over today.
The idea here is actually pretty simple, but it is so profound. You build a custom AI that basically acts as an executive assistant for really busy CEOs and entrepreneurs. It manages their insane, chaotic inbox and their complex calendar, automating like 95% of the work and buying them back their single most valuable asset, their time.
Just look at those numbers. An extremely low startup cost, but the income potential is up to $5,000 a day. So why is it so high? Because you are solving the single biggest pain point for almost every successful person on the planet. To put this into perspective, an AI company in this space called Fixer grew from 1 million to over 10 million in annual revenue in just 5 months. The opportunity here is it's absolutely massive.
So you might be thinking, how do you actually get started with something like this? Well, let's go all the way back to step 1 of that startup ladder: validate. The source material actually had a live, unscripted call where Martel tries to validate this exact #1 business idea.
And boom, this is the result. Within just a few minutes, the potential client, this guy Josh, does the work for him. He quantifies the value of solving his inbox and calendar problem. He puts a number on it himself, at least a $10,000 a week upside. When a customer tells you the value like that, you know you've got a win.
And this breaks down his strategy perfectly. Notice, he didn't just lead with a sales pitch. First, he identified the pain. Then, he got the client to quantify how much that pain was costing him. Then he proposed his AI as the perfect solution to that specific problem, and finally, he booked a demo to prove it. This is the exact script that you can use to get your very first paying customer.
So there you have it, 5 incredible opportunities and the exact ladder you need to climb to launch them. The AI gives you the tools, but it can't take the action for you. So I guess the only question left is the one you see right here on the screen. Thanks for tuning in.